morning. Hello. Hey, I made it in divine timing. It's 3:33 on the clock. How are you? Are you looking at my hat right now? I'm looking at my hat, and I just realized maybe the position I had it sitting in for the last few days made it true, but it's giving the Ranger Park from Yogi Bear. A boo boo, a boo boo. So, snatching baskets, other people's property forced. Maybe it's giving Smokey the Bear. Forest fires. Hmm. Oh, safety awareness. That I've always been tooting. I've been tooting that for the last few days about safety and awareness and things of that nature. But I also took some time this morning to write down the actual almanac dates for the rest of January so that everybody kind of know where their moon is and aware of the body parts that might be affected. I actually added that in. I actually saw a section that I'd like looked up this morning where I actually got to write some of that down. So let's get into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope all is well. We are right now in Capricorn, and Capricorn will be basically lifting up off us next week. So, yeah, the time between Libra and Capricorn is a very karmic time. It's a time for everybody to basically get their share of karma and dharma. And I've been talking about this for a long time. Hopefully, you've been able to follow me. I haven't made it too hard. I've been talking about reaping what you sow. And basically, when you sow things through the year, you reap harvest at a point in time. A lot of us have gone into hibernation, and some of us are still harvesting whatever we sowed because it all depends on your season, right? So, everybody's going through a season of, I would say, karma dharma. That's what Christmas is about. People are able to give gifts or get gifts, or basically survive through the winter time. And then spring basically is the result of all that. We start over and we do the thing again. So hopefully everybody is transitioning well into 2026. Welcome to the year of horse. Do not get trampled. Some of us do have chariots, all right? So how are you this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a happy morning for me. Hopefully, you got enough rest. I found myself sleeping very, very early yesterday just because I took that jog. And I mean, when it's cold, I'm telling you, that jog is it's pressure. But I managed to talk myself through it once again. Hopefully, everybody is having a great, great morning. Happy birthday. Congratulations on whatever you have going on. Congratulations on the new babies. You know, hope all is well. Yep, generally in a pretty good mood this morning. I have yet to pick out your scripture. That is interesting, as I am very much a creature of habit. I thought about it. Maybe it was for a reason. Oh, that's what I did mention yesterday. I did mention that a lot of us are moving away, the ones that aren't already in a nice fruitful relationship. A lot of us are moving away from, the casual thing. And if you're not, that's okay. It's okay to do your thing, but I'm just advising you to just be mindful, okay? And shout out to the circle jerks that keep getting on my channel. it's much appreciated, the attention. Hopefully you do find a way to ascend in your journey, okay? And you don't wake up very early in the morning or lose sleep because you're too busy, having bad thoughts on your mind because you can't really think inward, so you have to project outward. It's okay. This is what this channel is actually for. Therapeutic, reasoning, and it's very helpful to see how you grow sometimes. If you come back and you speak better, then maybe I've accomplished something maybe for a second or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm just well aware. Thank you and good morning. Good morning. So yeah, you know what? I actually do want to get the Bible because some of y'all be throwing me some real bad juju over there. And I don't have nothing to do with it. All right. So too bad I can't find the exorcist. Oh, do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, that seems to fit with the message this morning because I just said it. All right. Thank you. Okay. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth and two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. So be it. And good morning. So, yeah, moving right along. So, hopefully, you've got some sleep. And I just wanted to move into this schedule here, Virgo. Virgo has 2 days. And for some reason, let me just, I got to look at something. Back that. January 8th. Virgo. All right, you're out of here. Next, it's Libra for 2 days. And Virgo is virgin, so bowels. So you have to pay attention to your bowels in the next few days because that's Virgo, right? Next is Libra for 2 days. Let me make sure because for some reason I didn't verify if there was another day. The ninth is starts Libra, right? So Friday it starts Libra for 2 days, and that's balance. So that should be either the catalyst to the laying everything even, or it should be just wrapping up, depending on where you are in your journey. All right. So that's 2 days, and that's rain. So that rain significant it's like binding contracts, agreements, oral or written, um, leases, paperwork, taxes, anything doing with paperworks and contracts, things binding things, uh, relationships, anything, any kind of anything that binding, any binding contracts. So all these things should basically, what is that many? You should ask Google that. They can give you percentages. Okay, so it's going to be 3 days in Scorpio, and that is secrets. So around Scorpio, there should be some secrets coming out, some secrets being exposed, and maybe some secrets starting to be kept. All right, and that's Scorpio for 3 days. Sagittarius is 2 days. Oh, yeah. And Sagittarius is 2 days, and that's thighs. That's in the thigh area. So watch out for getting any sprains. Make sure you're drinking enough water. If you do muscle milks or whatever, mustard is good also for joint pains, things of that nature. So pay attention to your thigh area. That's also closer to your sacral chakra, so definitely pay attention to your sexual energy. It may or may not, it might be somebody attracted to you outside of you, but it also might be, so pay attention to that because some of that is just toxic. Sometimes it's a test of your will. Are you going to just jump at every opportunity just because you can doesn't mean you should. So sometimes it's just a test of your will. That doesn't mean you should all the time. Be mindful. Sometimes it is better to train yourself to be more head over heart, depending on your situation in life. If you've been less attached and things of that nature, it's good to just ease into things. And that's good for everybody. It's good to just ease into things. Um, I don't know what this person is talking about, but I'm reading from a sticky note. So go sit down. Come in, sit down, don't knock anything over, or go home. Roger. Anyway, so 3 for Capricorn, and Capricorn is the goat. That's knee. So pay attention. If it's going to be cold, that's definitely probably weather affected. Pay attention to the weather, the snow, the rain, that sort of thing, especially if you already have knee problems, joint problems. Again, mustard, good hydration. If you have a little outside ointment that you can rub on it, that might be good. Tiger bone is good. It's a balm. It's a balm you can rub on it. That's an analgesic. I never pronounced that word right. You can use Bengay. You can use any topical that would help with that sort of thing. What else? 2 days. I said it was 3 days for Capricorn, right? Okay, so then it's 2 days for Aqua, 2 days for Aquarius. That's the waterman. That's the legs. So basically, for the next. Oh, okay. All the way down into Pisces. So you're going to have 2 days and for Aqua, that's the legs. And then you're going to have 3 days in Pisces, that's the feet. And also, feet are referred to as soul. So remember that your soul is attached to your feet. That's nice. That's a nice wordplay. So definitely there are some feet conditions that can put your heart at risk. Bad shoes, bad feet. I already did that. You're late. Bad feet. Bad shoes. I always said Jordans are not good for walking. Like they're good for when you just want to look good, but I've never said that they're good for wearing all day. And some people work in them. I think that's just a disservice to your back, really honest. I think it's a disservice to your spine. But anywho, some people are, they'd rather be fly. Either way, all I'm saying is for the next few days, from Sagittarius, which is the thighs, that'll be 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. That's 4, 3, 7, 10, 12. Okay, no, 10. It's just 10. So for 10 days, you got to pay attention to your lowers and pay it and don't trip. Try not to hurt, sprain. It's something of that nature. It's something with the legs, the feet. That's what's going to be happening for the next 10 days. Okay. So after that, we go into Aries, which is 2 days. Now that's toward the end of the month. And the end of the month ends in Cancer. That is the breast. But Aries is head and face, which is the ram. So pay attention to your breathing. Make sure you're having a good support bra. That also can cause back issues because I'm sure we're going to get to, yep, we're going to get to the neck, which basically is a connection to the back, which is a cord. So you just need to pay attention to all your body mechanics as we go forward. 2 days in Aries, 2 days, which is head and face, which I did tell you, and 2 days in Taurus, which is the bull, which is the neck. Then we have 2 days in Gemini, which is the twins, which is the arms. Then we have two, which is Cancer, which is the crab, which is the breast. So pay attention to your breathing. That's usually when everybody usually has to go for their shots, another round of whatever they do at the doctor's. If you have any prescriptions with your nebulizers, I forget what they call those things, the CPAP machines, if they're still doing that sort of thing, I don't know. Um, I haven't been around anybody that had any CPAP machines, so I definitely don't know the little water that goes in there. Make sure you're up to your with your prescriptions and all that stuff because I have a feeling that things aren't going to be as smooth as we need them to be going forward. Just for the first few months of the year, all because everybody's getting settled in. You know, you start a new class, this is a new year. Everybody's got to come in and get where they got to go. Right? Whew. Felt like I was babbling, but I know it was helpful to someone out there. Mm. I should have put another bottle up. So the sun is at the bottom, and that's great. So illumination. I feel warm. This card makes me feel warm. Felt, a little childlike, you see. Innocent, horsey, very nice. Good morning. How are you? Yep, 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 yep. So let's get into it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? Theo, Theo, Theo. Theo, let's start off with Leo, since it rhymes with it. Let's do that. Because we've got 12 to do, and then I've got to get off and get Alex ready to go away. I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking. All right, Leo. So we have the Seven of Swords. We have this old sneaky soul coming in, the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. Seven of Swords. That is Aquarian energy. Knight of Wands. I always forget these little triangles. I have to remember when I read the book, I'll tell you what those are. This is the Knight of Wands. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. And that is Virgo energy. So we have Aquarius and Virgo energy out here. That is interesting. Let's read the book. Seven of Swords. All right, so the Seven of Swords says, no one can hide the truth. Be true, else be ready to face the consequences. Being resourceful, admitting any betrayal. So something is about to come out. There are some things that are about to be exposed. We just spoke about these things, and that is the moon in Aquarius. So then we're going to move over to the Knight of Wands. Let's see what that's like. The Knight of Wands, those two triangles at the bottom upright without the line are fire. And Knight of Wands, your inner wisdom and light illuminates your path above every other thing. Trust yourself, being passionate and energetic, being adventurous. Okay, so we have the combination of no one can hide the truth, be true, be ready to face the consequences. So admitting what you've done, Leo, and being able to be compassionate about it, and receptive to the results. So if a person is mad at you, you should expect the indifference, being as though you can no longer be trusted. That makes sense. It's cause and effect. That makes a lot of sense, Leo. So you really can't be upset in the way in which a person reacts to betrayal or the perceived notion that they've been betrayed. You have to be understanding, but you don't always have to, you don't have to stay in proximity to it, but you do need to understand it. No one says that you have to stay forever apologetic, but you do need to understand you should apologize. But I don't know the circumstances in which the betrayal happened. So, Leo, that is a place in which you have to decide. So then we've got this 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. And let's see what that is in conjunction with what we've already got. So the Ten of Pentacles says your legacy will stand for a long time. So make sure you invest rightly to make sure to make your journey even sweeter for your family. Mercury, Virgo, finding wealth, enjoying family life. So as you go forward, you might be able to write these things and get back to your family connections and things of that nature, right? I don't know what late is to you because honestly, I've been doing it a lot later. I think I'm early today. Yep, so 10 of Pentacles. So if you can get through the betrayal and right these relations and actually have an honest conversation, you may be able to salvage a relationship between you and one another, okay? So hopefully this comforts you, Leo. I just started. That was my first one. Leo marked at 20, or I should say 1950. I should say it started 1950 with the cards. Oh, all right. So after Leo comes our dear Virgo. Virgo, you just popped out upside down with the 10 of Pentacles. Is something going on with the Pentacles? What's going on? Are you able to secure it? Because it's in upside down and we just left it. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is mastery of, I guess, the way of making money, business, your craft. This is mastery, hard at work with the Pentacles. So let's see what's going on top. So we already have the 10 of Pentacles upside down. Then we've got the 9 of Swords. That's sleepless nights, indecision, that sort of thing, anxiety. Then we've got the Ace of Swords. Let's read the book. 10 of Pentacles upside down is, remember, it's good to read each time because it changes depending on the relation to each card. Okay. So you're gonna stick with me because I started in Leo, so Cancer, it's good. Yeah, so you gotta stick to the end. All right, so 10 of Pentacles upside down, we already know is making sure your legacy will stand for a long time. So make sure you invest rightly to make sure your journey is even sweeter for your family. But this is in reverse. So dealing with financial loss, overcoming selfishness. So were you stubborn or selfish, or were you withholding funds, or were you leveraging funds? It all depends. So this is causing some discomfort somewhere in your life. Hopefully not financial, because that seems to be the common theme of most of the readings, where people are using money, and money is simultaneously creating the relationships while destroying it at the same time, depending on each person's intentions with it. So it's definitely so it's definitely interesting to see how you're going to fix this. All right, so we've got the 9 of Swords here afterward. And do not feel ashamed of being traumatized. Chin up, conquer your pains. Recovering from illness, releasing trauma. So, maybe you took a sabbatical. Maybe you had to take a break because maybe you did get sick or something. Something with illness, something with health, because it just says this here. Let me read it again. It's Mars and Gemini, recovering from illness, releasing trauma. So something upset you, something had you very, very upset, which caused a bit of a financial loss. And it doesn't always mean money straight off the bat, but it is a result of it. Maybe you had to miss a few days of work. Maybe you had to buy some medicine. Maybe you had to pay for childcare. Maybe you had to, order in because you weren't able to get out, things of that nature, or you weren't able to drive, so you had to take a car or something. So all these things could lead to financial loss because one hand washes the other. So you just have to be mindful and try to take better care of yourself going forward. I'm sorry you're going through that. And it says you're recovering, so this too shall pass. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. So let's see what this means in your reading. Very somber energy. So the triangle with the line in it standing upright is air. So let's see. Life is just like a double-edged sword. Sharpen your mental clarity to unveil the truth and serve yourself well. I feel like I should write that again. I mean, not write that. Somebody's writing. Somebody's creating something. Somebody's writing something down. Hope it's good. All right, so let me read that again. Life, that's for the Ace of Swords. I want to show you the illustration. And this is the double-sided, this is air. And you see the smoke is illustrated and it's being held in the air. The sword is being held in the air. I'm definitely not flipping you off if anybody's I'm gonna use the wrong finger. So let me read that again. Just life is just like a double-edged sword. Sharpen your mental clarity to unveil the truth and serve yourself well. Upright, finding clarity, being innovative. So you're going to find a new and creative way to express yourself, or release the trauma. Sometimes people take up painting classes, they take up knitting, they take up different hobbies, and that helps them to express themselves. Everybody doesn't need therapy. Everybody doesn't need to go on the couch, not unless they really need to talk it out. And if you can, you should find a licensed professional that is definitely not going to spread your business. Trust me, when you're in your youth, you think everybody, you could tell people things because you'll never meet them again. Lo and behold, no, you can't tell them things because people are opportunists. I'll just say that. So yeah, so with the Ace of Swords, you definitely are finding clarity and being innovative. So definitely go forward, find a way to express yourself and release your trauma. Sometimes a good like exercise, skating, bowling, painting, kayaking, depending on where you are, your climate, let's be real. Um, just taking up any type of hobby that actually helps you exercise yourself, and it might be a double-edged sword. It actually might help you, might be a catch-22, might give you a better body, might give you better mental clarity, might give you a better diet, might give you a broader outback, might give you more friends, might give you just a new environment to go and hang in and express yourself. Like, express yourself, don't tell me what I not do, babe. Express yourself. Yeah, hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Mm, mm, mm. So who's from that era? So, oh, so yeah, that's definitely an era. I don't know who is coming through with that. I like that energy. That's cool, especially if you're using that to get ready for whatever you got going on today. Some nice upbeat music would definitely bring up the morning. Not to mention a real pungent cup of coffee. I mean, like black with sugar, no cream, no condensed milk, nothing, no coffee mate, no anything. Like a nice pungent cup of coffee that you can smell throughout the house. Ah, I remember the days when I used to have to clock in. Oh gosh. I could drink a pot of coffee. I used to really require a pot of coffee to get through that day. Oh boy, those were the days, but they're over and I do not miss them. But that coffee sure does sound good. I haven't had it. It's too early. Yep, so that was for you. That was for you, Virgo. All right, so let's get on with it and let's get to Libra. Let's get to Libra. Libra is balance. We just entered Libra. Libra is 9th and the 10th of January. Going forth, it's patterns of 2s and 3s. Hopefully you were able to catch that. But if you didn't, save the video at the end. Like, share, and subscribe. And you can actually remember those days that I put for the almanac. Or you can just Google it yourself. It's okay. I don't mind. Oh, it's a lot of cards. I want to look at them, but I'm not going to take them. It's a lot of cards. And that is for Libra. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 7 people? 7 different scenarios? I've got 7. The first one is the Magician. I just want to show you what it is. Like that. The first one is the Magician. The next one is the Ace of Wands. I'm not reading them. This is the 4 of Pentacles. So this the stingy person with the money. They're short too. They look like short and stubby. You see, and they've got like very big arrogant person. Then we've got somebody who thinks that they're slick, like they dress like Jackie Chan. They be like acting like they holy spiritual, but meanwhile they like the villain. They like one of the villains in the crew. Hold up. It's like a whole crew of people who just like play different roles, but they all clowns. This is the Mr. Rico Suave who think he run things. Hold up. Y'all got some chicks here that's in the upside down. So you got some chicks here that actually like operate like dudes. It's 2 of them. Is this like a new extension of Bad Boy? Like you all get together and do some stuff. And then we've got the Devil, which is 15, which is obsession and something else. Let me read this because you see that? Yeah. So that was all in the cards. That was 7, and 7 is a significant number. And you got all these characters, and we got some person trying to what? So someone's trying to manipulate or maneuver or something. I'm just looking at the cards, and then this is somebody who's got, we're all adults here, a member. Looks like smoke coming from the member. What am I reading? Then we've got the short, stubby guy with the money. Then we got the slick guy who's supposed to be like spiritual or in control of himself or some stuff like that. That was in my reading yesterday. What came of that? Let me know in my comments. Hit like, subscribe, and share it and everything. But yeah, what came of that? Because I've something about ICE or immigration or something came in my reading yesterday. What? Let me know because I'd be interested. Then there's this pretty boy character who is above reproach, who's trying to probably look like he's trying to act like everything okay. But you see how wide his legs is open? I told you it was like somebody with a member. It was like smoke around it or whatever. But it could be gray hair. Who knows? And there's 2 chicks in the upside down. So they're like operating in their masculine. And it's obsession. Then this is like the devil card. That's Capricorn. The devil is in Capricorn. This is Capricorn. That's obsession. But let me see before I put them back in draw, because I haven't really even drawn for Libra, because this is a lot with Libra. Oh, do not get carried away with material pleasures. These timely pleasures can make you feel powerless and entrap you in profound loss and depression. Overcoming dependency, releasing toxic behaviors in Capricorn. Oh, take what resonates. It's actually supposed to be gray, but it depends on the lighting or whatever, and it just looks blue sometimes. I don't know. But yeah, let me put these cards back and shuffle them in because mm, mm. I get the notion I shouldn't go too far into that one. But Libra, yeah, this is about you. That was a lot. You got a lot of people connected to you, and we're in a harvest season, so I think some things got to get righted, okay? All right, Libra, let's go. Let me do another shuffle. Ooh, some cards be jumping out. Like, what is this? All right. All right, so we got the Hermit card. That is Scorpio. We got somebody who's with their back turned to their cups. It's not the Hermit card, but it's Scorpio. Five of Cups. Then we've got the Fool card. That's Uranus energy. That's 0, 5, and 0. That's 50. Somebody 50 in their 50s. Round 50s, early 40s. No, late 40s, early 50s. Third card. Three of Wands, travel. Somebody wants to travel. They're far away. They're distant. They're acting distant, or they're acting like they can't be found or can't be in contact with. This is for Libra. This is for Libra. Five of Cups. Let me read the cards. Let me just straight read the cards. Let me just read the cards. Five of Cups. Mm-hmm. 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 The Five of Cups. Mm-hmm. Do not shut your eyes to new opportunities. It's time to forget the past and seize the opportunities to build a secure future. Mars and Scorpio, letting go of trauma, learning optimism. Yeah, this is a lot of trauma. Trying to let go of it. It's going to be a lot. This is a lot. It feels heavy when I'm reading it, Libra. Not gonna lie, it feels so heavy. So somebody's nearing their 50s. There's a 503. This is the numbers that I'm looking at. So that's an 8. 8 is the number of karma. You can actually look that up. So the second card was the Fool, which was 0, which is Uranus energy. This guy, it looks like he's leaping off of a cliff. It's like he's taking a chance, or it's like he's trying to remain in bliss. He's trying to like not even, it looks like he's not even trying to deal with reality, if you really want to be. Thank you, dearie. Yeah, so we got that Five of Cups. The Five of Cups was do not shut your eyes to new opportunities. It's time to forget the past and seize the opportunities to build a secure future. Letting go of trauma, learning optimism. Mars and Scorpio, definitely. But this person is like almost to the point of delusional. They gotta be, or they have to be. I don't know. So then we've got the Three of Wands is the third card. Okay, and let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The Three of Wands, you have created a firm foundation for yourself. Now it is time to plan for a secure future. Sun in Aries, upright, moving forward, commitment to the future. So you got to move forward. Maybe this is how you have to protect yourself and protect your mind to get through whatever's going on. But you got to move forward regardless. You might have a family, you might have, regardless of what, you've got to eat and sleep and you've got to do things. So these are the things that are essential for living. So you've got to do whatever you have to do, put yourself in the frame of mind to move forward, Libra. Well, I'm not 50 years old, so yeah, I guess the little green thing laughing is a good reflection. Is that what you look like? Nice shade of green. That's envy. Oh, okay. Well, I hope Sojourner Douglas gives you back your money because that was really not an accredited place. I know a person that went, and after a while, they went for phlebotomy class, and they really didn't do anything with it. And when after they figured out, they lost a lot of money there because it wasn't really accredited. So hopefully, you didn't waste your money. So yeah, do that research before you try to research my age because if you've really been around here, you know exactly how old I am because I don't hide it. It's public record. Anyway, yeah. So three of wands was that moving forward, committing to the future. So do what you have to do to go on with things. Yeah. And there's like a group of men. I was talking about it yesterday. And I think I mentioned it like the circle jerkers. They actually have a really, it's not a cool pack, it's a cruel pack. They actually are in like a group. They're in a group, and what they do is they've agreed to help each other try to get out of child support and out of relationships and things of that nature. So they have a pack where they go around, they basically use each other as double agents in their relationships. And it's actually like almost sophisticated if it wasn't dumb. So I'm just letting you be aware when a person, when pay attention, account for time. Like people are really sneaky. And the fact that they keep getting on here, because this is what they do. They share like triggers. They learn everything about their significant others. And this could happen for a male too. They learn all the triggers. I told you in the group that it was 7, it was the 2 females that are upside down. They probably want to get out of some relationships or whatever too. So what they do is they go to like the cyberbullying sites, or they actually like hire their friends and families and all that, and they get them to unknowingly, or they just ask to hold their phone for a few minutes, and they cyberbully with these different accounts, or they make up different accounts, and they hope that they can like in my case, somebody told somebody that if they just say boo to me, or if they harass me enough, that they'll stress me out and they can maybe either get out of child support, collect life insurance, or like, basically live off of me for the rest of their life instead of just like be a better human being. So I think that's the type of thing. And I don't think I'm isolated in the situation. God knows I don't ever want to be that special. So I'm definitely thinking that it's a lot more of that going on where they're basically just trying to make a lot of people cave in on themselves because they studied them enough to try to like make them. Good luck on you, weak people. It's bad karma for that. It's bad karma for that. So, yeah, Libra, if you're involved in any of that, I'm so sorry. It's going to weigh on your heart really, really bad. Hope this helps. All right, let's get on over to the next person. After Virgo, there was Libra, then there is Scorpio. Hi, good morning. Scorpio, how are you? I feel it too. They are, but there are people that actually make a lot of money on trying to break people down. And some people actually do it so that they can actually come in and be the hero. They can actually pretend to be some big old strong hero in your life, but actually they're only benefiting from basically being able to come in and do the bare minimum and change things. That's why it's very, very lucrative if you can just learn to depend on yourself to some degree, to where a person won't come in and think that they're going to play God in your life. Is this understood, class? All right. So now, Scorpio, let's get it. Oh, the lovers straight out the gate. I am showing you guys love because you love me right back. Even if you don't, there's a thin line between love and hate. And I can tell by your attendance. Anyway, so Gemini's the lovers, that's the arms. So you may have to hold on to things with both arms. You may need to give yourself a hug because you are wonderful. You're wonderful in some kind of way. Even if you're a bad person, you've actually made somebody be good because they don't want to be you. So you can be used in any kind of way. Now we've got this Three of Wands back out, and this is going to read different because this is going to be in relation to the other cards. So I'm going to put this down and put the... Why are they... You know what? I'm going to shuffle again because it looks like the same cards. Yeah. Interesting. Crikey. I miss that guy, the Australian guy who did the show. He was really cool. I miss him, but his son actually took up the thing. His son and wife, right? I liked his accent. Accents are my thing. I've always liked accents. I am kind of bubbly, right? Good morning. I wish I had my coffee, though. I feel a lot better. I'm very surprised that Alex isn't up, but I think he stayed up a little late last night. Late for him is 8 o'clock. Honestly, it is. All right. So it used to be 9, but now he definitely goes to sleep way before 8. All right. So now we got the death and transformation. So somebody's changing their ways. Death doesn't always mean like a physical death, not unless there is. If there is, condolence, my sincerest condolences. I hope you and your family find comfort in this time of your need. But if not, this death is Scorpio 13, which is a 4, which is your root chakra, which is your family childhood foundation. So, yeah, somebody's changing, somebody's learning, or they're just awakening, or they're more aware of how they started off in life is basically why they're ending up how they are in life. They're starting to become aware of the cause and effect of things. Even if they're not accepting accountability, at least they now see, like they have some kind of tangible, some type of vision or visual that's basically showing them either the progress or degress of whatever their decisions have been from childhood to now, and what decisions they may or may not need to. Not saying that they're going to take the actions, but they are more aware, or they're becoming more aware. Yeah, so that's Scorpio energy, and that is a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this is the Scorpio reading. So yeah, water signs, this is a death and transformation. And even if you're not transforming, the more you know, you can no longer claim ignorance on pretty much anything, really. Ignorance is starting to be very, very expensive nowadays. This is a fool. Do you go to the casino? Because that's what the blackjack person basically is doing when they're shuffling. It's the same energy, and you're placing bets, so you're trying to make a haphazard prediction when you play the lottery. Um when you turn the key in your car, you're basically depending on a signal to reach the engine. When you press the power on the remote button, you're basically depending on the battery to chemically react, which is a reaction in itself. When you push a pin, you expect someone to decipher your inaudible chicken scratch. So, yeah, anything's possible. Now that was funny. Scorpio. Okay, so the next card is Nine of Swords, and that's Gemini energy. Is somebody losing sleep over a Gemini, or is there an air sign that is losing sleep over a water sign, or vice versa? There's a water sign losing sleep over, or is there both? There could be both. I don't know, but there's definitely this Nine of Swords back out here, and then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this death and transformation is bringing a lot of sleepless nights. So maybe this is a big major change in life, or this realization is kind of haunting. Either way, there still needs to be some money, finances, or something managed, or somebody's trying to manage them for you. This is this card. So I can show you, this is the Death card, this is the Nine of Swords, and this is the Four of Pentacles. This all relates in that way. So it's a lot of not being settled or not being okay with the changes, or the changes being alarming or unsettling, and it's affecting somebody's four of pentacles, and we've got the four in Capricorn, which is the fourth house, which is, wow, this is a lot of shadow work being done or being forced on. So this is basically adding up to a perpetual tower. So somebody's basically the downfall of the ego. I thought I dressed for a funeral yesterday, but maybe I should have came in black today. Definitely somebody's pride is getting shut down because they actually, and it's not because of someone else. They're actually noticing from the inside that some things ain't cool. All right, so hopefully this helps for somebody to be aware of what's going on in their environment. This, again, this is a Scorpio reading. Doesn't have to be a Scorpio, but there's Scorpio, Gemini, and Capricorn on the board. This could be in your chart or someone that you deal with or have been around. This does not have to be romantic. This could be platonic. This can be family, but definitely this is a major change in someone's life. This is a major realization, and hopefully they can come to grips with it and be able to move forward. All right, so that was for Scorpio. Let's get it going. Sagittarius, what it is, what it. Let's go. Knight of the Sage. Let's go. You're a Libra. He's a Gemini. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are able to work things out. Libra and Gemini, if they're in the right alignment, they're supposed to be good. But see, Libra's perpetual indecision, and depending on their family values and everything, it could be daunting for a Gemini who basically will do a lot until they won't do anything. So hope this helps. And it can flip-flop because you're air sign. So depending on what else is in your chart, because you can't just go on just the first sign all the time. So that might be a conversation for you guys to have to see whether or not you guys work out. And sometimes the conversation actually helps you to figure out that you guys don't work out. And you need to be okay with walking away with what you have, because all conversations don't lead to reconciliation. Sometimes conversations need to lead to to the summary. It needs to lead to the dissolution of things. Oh, it has so much to do with not only just the month you were born in, your parents, the way you were raised, so many things, what you ate last night. Because, I mean, you look like you might have ate a burrito. Because you're shitty. Don't unfriend me. Oops, so you should have a very clean mouth. Orbit. Fresh. I haven't seen those commercials. Did they take that crappy gum out? Because that gum was horrible. You chew it, it was like zebra gum, but it had mint with it. It like Orbit was horrible to us. I don't understand. And it used to cost just as much as Trident. And I had to buy it by default a few times. It was a very awful investment. I don't recommend Orbit come back unless they do something with their formula. I don't recommend. I bought some gum in Trader Joe's one day that was kind of like that too. But the only good thing about it was that it was earth friendly. I knew if I threw it away, it wouldn't end up on some poor person's shoe. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Sagittarius, let's get with you. All right. So we've got the Ace of Wands. Hopefully it doesn't mean what it meant earlier. So we've got the Ace of Wands, and that is fire. Fire, that's the triangle without the line. Air is the one with the line. That's that way. All right, so the Ace of Wands. Then we've got 18 the moon, which is Pisces energy. Lots and lots and lots and lots of water. You see, we've even got a lobster there, which is great. And you've got the dog, which basically brings attention, because dogs usually guard the place. They bark when things are coming up. They make you aware. I haven't even went into the reason why the lobster would be coming out of the water, but only you know. The only reason why I would think that a lobster would be coming out of the water is because it's hot. So maybe this lobster is coming out of hot water. Maybe this Pisces is coming out of hot water, coming out of trouble, but this is a Sagittarius reading, so there's a water sign involved with a fire sign. And it's a Six of Wands, and it's Jupiter Leo energy, Jupiter Leo energy. So let me read. Okay, so the Ace of Wands in this situation is believe in your infinite potential. Your only limitations are those you set upon yourself. That's fire, new ideas, unlocking potential. So there is potential because it's in the air and there's like an opportunity. So then we've got the moon, which usually eliminates things. So let's not. I saw it. Okay. The moon in Pisces, navigate the change of life transitions gracefully instead of resisting it. An excellent opportunity is lying ahead to help you illuminate your highest path. Developing intuition, listening to your dreams. Okay, so somebody's intuition was blocked. Somebody wasn't able to see something. This is fire, water, and this is fire and water. This is Leo Pisces, and this is a Sagittarius reading. This is at 55:52. This is a Sagittarius reading. So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Moon, and we have the Six of Wands. So once we get to the Six of Wands, we'll have the complete thing. And there's a lot of wands out here, and it's just the wands and the moon. And this embrace your uniqueness and display your talents because no one is like you. Basking in victory, acknowledging fame and pride. Okay, so hey, you may go viral. Let's see. You might be able to make a TikTok, or you might be able to make this a teaching moment, depending on what you're going through. If you're going through something positive, you may be able to make this a great experience to share with others and go forward and be happy, be prideful in it, and make it a learning experience instead of a bragging experience, because people gravitate more to the learning experience than the bragging experience. So be careful with being too braggadocious, okay? And then if this is even on the bad side, you could still use it as a teaching and a learning experience, and you still can use it as some type of content. Just be mindful of, sharing too much information, but definitely use it as a stepping stool for you to get better, because you don't always have to stay in the bad energy of things. You can find a way to turn anything, and I mean anything, into a positive. And I hope this helps, Sagittarius. But definitely there's some fire and water. There's some fire and water energy going on. There's back and forth. So just be mindful. Somebody might, start a few troubles, might cause a pressured situation, but think about what it means. Um, we see all the time in different industries where people use bad things to as great PR and vice versa. So just be mindful where you sit on the map. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, that was for you. Okay, that was just, it just felt like it took so long to get here. Capricorn, let's go. Capricorn, let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't know what that meant. Why do you come to people's pages to talk code on other people's pages? Is this how you get away with stuff? You just like use other people's pages to have these bro code conversations? I do not even know what you guys be talking about. All right, so after Sagittarius, there's Capricorn. Capricorn, how are you, Capricorn? Let me see the bottom. The bottom was the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So Jupiter, Ace of Swords, Gemini energy. We got a lot of Gemini energy out here. What are you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Cap? Eight of Swords. Then we've got the Two of Swords, which makes a good 10. So what's the next number? Then we've got the Nine of Swords, which is a 19, which is 10 again. So you should be, somebody's not fulfilled. Somebody's upset with you, Capri. What did you do, hon? because it looks like you're just trying to be a sweetheart because you've got the lover's energy back out here twice. Is somebody doing something? Is somebody trying to get you, baby? What's going on, Cap? All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, which is cold and calculated. There is really not a lot of feeling out here, but these are the lovers. You got to be careful when the Gemini's heart is no longer in it. This cannot go well. This is all smoke. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you, Cap. I know you got it. If you got Cap and Gemini in your chart, your smoke is smoke, so people might as well leave you alone. All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords, and 8 is the number of karma. And Capricorn and Libra are very, very karmic. Not karmic. They are they give out justice. You guys are like the judges. You guys give out justice. You call judgment on people. So let's see what's going on with you, Cap. Who's rubbing you the wrong way where you ain't even feeling it, or you getting to that point. They don't know. I don't think they see it. I don't think they see it. I might could talk to you and maybe I could give you a few resources, but I wouldn't know where to start with that. That is not a place of my expertise. All right, so eight of swords, and you can kind of Google it in your area. Put in your zip code and accent that. Put that exact question in there. I'm sure Google, Grok, or somebody can send you in the best direction. Yep. All right, so Eight of Swords, surrendering yourself to an unknown entity is letting others control you. An entity could also mean a business. You could be signing a contract, you could be going into a job, you could be making an agreement with somebody, or you can be going into a relationship with somebody who plans to control you via your emotions. That's a common thing with Geminis, but a lot of people don't know that our heart beats until it stops. It's like a shut off valve in the back there. But yeah, so Jupiter and Gemini, finding freedom, accepting new perspectives. That's the Eight of Swords. So you're ready to cut a hoe off. All right, Cap. All right, I feel you. If that's your energy, then that's what it is. And you may have to make a real precise decision because sometimes, just like in a surgeon, you can't just cut just anywhere. That's why people become surgeons. They go and they get the schooling and they master, because sometimes you can't just jump out. You can't jump off the porch. You can't just break up because some people are weird. They're impulsive. So you kind of got to ease out. You got to know when to strike. You got to know where to not argue. So that's what that looks like. So as you journey to you sometimes you got to unlock yourself mentally before you can actually get to the physical part of stuff. So as you get to this point where you're like ready to cut them off, just like ease yourself out, because everybody's different. You don't know what reaction, and everybody's like, well, tell him what you're feeling. You ain't say it to my face. Sometimes saying it to a person's face is too close. It's too close for the bad news. I don't care if you think you're big and bad. A person that's impulsive and doesn't make great decisions will definitely well invested in making a bad decision for you. Definitely. So then Nine of Swords at the end of your Two Swords. So we've got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, keep your personal and professional relationship balanced to avoid a drama-free life. Moon and Libra. Moon and Libra. I told you, Capricorn and Libra, they give out karma. They give out justice. They call out yeah, judgment. Having patience, keeping relationships balanced. So you really trying here. Somebody's like poking, and it's like being tested. I don't know. For me, I don't like being tested. I plan to fail all the tests, all tests I didn't apply for. Yeah. So I don't know what this means for you. So the Nine of Swords is Mercury in Gemini. So I don't think a person, either you're losing sleep about this decision or somebody's really Not happy about it. So that's do not feel ashamed of being traumatized. Chin up, conquer your pains. This is the Nine of Swords, Mars in Gemini, recovering from illness, releasing trauma. So this is traumatizing. This is getting on your nerves or somebody else's nerves. Whatever it is, your quest for freedom is not going well with someone. Someone wants to keep you binded to them. And this could be platonic. This could be family. This could be in a relationship, but you have to know, and it could be all three or a combination of some. Some people want to keep you in a certain situation in your life because they have access to you. If you should change your demographics, if you should move, they won't have a babysitter, or they won't be able to just come to your house, or they won't be able to just sit in your parking lot and use your Wi-Fi. um you never know how you affect a person's life or what they're using you for, what your purpose is in their life. So somebody might just not like the fact that you're moving around or the fact that they have to move around. Whatever it is, just be mindful. And Capricorn, try not to let a person irk your nerves. All right, so let's get to Aquarius. Let's go, Aquarius. Good morning. Good morning, peoples. Good morning to my nice and favorite soul tribe. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, especially when it resonates with you. I know we all going through a lot as a collective, but we all got our different and individual problems. All right, so come on, Aquarius, come on in here. Let's ease on in here. What? This Nine of Swords is working. What is going on? And it's always Gemini. Nine of Swords is Gemini energy. All right. So either a lot of people are losing sleep over a Gemini or vice versa. Or the Gemini is losing sleep over a lot of people, or this Gemini energy, which is the arms. Yeah, a lot of people need a hug. Need a hug? I don't know. Your zodiac is Cancer. Okay. Two of Swords, and I just shuffled. I did. How did they come out together? All right, cards. I know my cards aren't sticking together because I'm shuffling. Hold up. Let me do this. All right, Aquarius. I'm coming. I don't know what happened. I just don't like when I see the same cards come out immediately right back because I'm like, no, this can't be. And I'm putting cards back as they trying to jump out. I want to make sure that I have it shuffled right. Okay. All right, Aquarius. I'm feeling something in my chest. Somebody's heart is hurting, or something about breathing. It's like heart is pressure. It's like I don't have heartburn, but it's like a little small sensation. I don't know. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, and I see this universal medicine sign. It's Two of Cups. Hey, and we've got some Cancer energy out here. Hey, you just popped on out. Feminine energy, Cancer. Or this is about a feminine energy. Course for being beautiful, and this is your year. This is a year for you to optimize every opportunity, hon. I wish you well. I wish you all blessings and wellness and abundance, definitely. All right, so let's go, Aquarius. Let's go. So if you've got Cancer and you have Aquarius in your chart, you're quite a unique individual and quite creative. But don't get so caught up in your emotions that you take the entitlement of thinking that everybody else is invited to your pity party. Be mindful of the overexertion of the pity. All right, Cancer. But it can be quite beautiful and quite alluring in your case. Just know, read the room. Read the room. Okay. Don't exhaust people. But yes, Seven of Wands. This is for Aquarius with Leo energy. Mercury, Leo energy. Sun, Eight of Pentacles. So we got the 7 and the 8. And that's Virgo. That's Sun, Virgo. And then we've got the Three of Swords. That's Libra. And I think that's it's not Neptune. I don't know if that's Jupiter. I think that's Jupiter. Let me read. Let's read the book. Seven of Wands. We're getting there. We're getting there. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. guys are cool this morning. It's a pretty cool crew this morning. I like this. I like vibing out with you all. All right, so we've got the Seven of Wands. Embrace challenges with confidence. Do not doubt yourself. It is the moment to launch yourself. Mars, not Mercury. Mars in Leo. Okay, Seven of Wands. Mars in Leo. Standing up for your rights. Being assertive. So definitely, this is the standoff. This is the little standoff, and that's the stick for defending. So definitely great offense and defense. You got to definitely perfect your technique, depending on who's approaching, because everybody's not the same, right? And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Invest in your skills and create a masterpiece of your craftsmanship. There are a lot of things waiting for you to notice and address. The Sun in Virgo, building your skills, setting goals. So this is mastering what you got going on, mastering your skills, mastering your boundaries also. Mastering your boundaries so certain things don't happen again. Pay attention, Aquarius. Some of the things that you might have chosen in the past, they may not be useful to you going forward. So you have to master your heart, your feelings, and balance out your both your work and love life, and your family life, because you can't mix everything. You can't mix some friends with some family, and you can't mix some work things with your friends. You can't tell everybody everything. Everybody has a lane they kind of need to be in, because if you don't, you're going to risk the spilling over and the contamination. It's called cross contamination. If you've been in the medical field, or you have been in the medical field, you're supposed to learn to take your gloves off per area, per body part, per contamination, depending on the level of contamination you're experiencing. So if you're going from room to room, you're supposed to, when you enter the room, sanitize, don your gloves, do the action, finish the action, undon the gloves, wash your hands. Well, no, undon the gloves, throw away, wash your hands, and leave the area, and repeat each area. So when you're not doing that, you run the risk of cross contamination. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's the explanation for cross contamination. And that can also happen in friendships and relationships. If you cross contaminate certain things, you will find yourself in a cesspool of relationships, because now you've got all these things feeding into one another when really they had nothing to do with, they had no connection. Well, they shouldn't have had any connection at all. hmm And I think that has a lot to do with privacy violations, privacy policies, work policies, handbooks, fraternizing, HIPAA, OSHA, and the Federal Trade Center. Yeah, that sort of thing. Poor dear. Anyway, Aquarius. So then we've got the Three of Swords. Life knocks down everyone. The choice lies within you whether you want to remain down for the rest of your life or rise again. Saturn in Libra, dealing with heartbreak, transforming emotional pain. So, Aquarius, or this is an air sign, because this Three of Swords is in Libra. So, there's a Libra or somebody in the air trine, because that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, who's got a person butt hurt. So this is an air sign against an air sign who's basically got someone heartbroken, or they're heartbroken over them. It's a lot of heartbreak in here. And someone has created big boundaries against the other one due to a lot of heartbreak and traumatizing. It's like a repeated pattern. So good for you, whoever you are who got away from the other person. Good. Take notes. Remember that you don't ever want to go through that again and move forward. Okay, Aquarius? That's what it is. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so next we're going to go with after Aquarius there's Pisces. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh. I'm an air sign, but my body moves like water. Took a salt bath, they threw dirt up on your daughter. Dried up in the fire, now I got my crown in order. Purple in my head, I know I should, I know I hurrah. Hello, you can paint the town red, but I like yellow. I can't paint no fool who don't got control. Silver for your soul, no crowd patrol. I know I should, I know I hurrah. Boo boo the fool must have a slice of the pie. But know the rule, know the fear and the pride. You eat it up like that's my first release when I release it, babes. That's my first. That's my first. That's an original by moi. So yeah, there's a four pentacle. Here comes this short fat B. I meant bastard. It's back with this stinginess of the money. Why are they're pudgy? So let's not okay, so they have big feet. So maybe they're not short. Maybe they're this tall, pudgy, and they're like the only thing they have control over is money. Okay. Do your big one. That is an honest response in real time. Do your big one. Okay, we got the star. Aquarian energy came out in Pisces. So, do we have a cusper? Do we have a air trine in the house? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. Let me know. Let me know if you understand. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? All right, we've got the star in the building. There's an Aquarius Pisces cusper in the air. Or is there an Aquarius Gemini Libra that is connected or that's in your chart Pisces? Either way, it's something about the star here in your energy. So there's an 8 because the energy is 17. That is karma. So either you're getting karma, you're receiving karma, you're a cusper. How nice. You are very creative and there is no one like you. Embrace your uniqueness. Some people may look at you as if you are an alien, but that's okay. They're jealous because they want an antenna too. All right. So Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper. You are very, very, very tapped in. You are very intuitive. Now, let's see if you use your gifts for the good or for the bad. Let's see. Moon energy. So the moons help you. You're 8, and then this is an 18, which makes this a 9. So 8 and 9. They make 17, which makes this 8 again. So we have 3 8. So 8, 8, 8. There's 3 8s and there's 83 and there's 38. So somebody is between the 35 to 50, between 35 to 50, and there's a Aquarius Pisces cusper, or there are air signs and water signs, and they're swirling around. You know what that water air combination is for. That's like hurricanes, that sort of thing. You get enough, you gain enough air, enough water, enough it depends on the temperature. Like hurricane season. Look that up. Hurricane season. But these 8s, they're concerning because there's 3 of them and there's karma. So that means that there's things being delved out in certain things and there's degrees of things and degrees of how things are going. Some things that are happening aren't that bad, but some things are pretty much life altering or life changing, depending on where you are. Then we've got the 5 of Swords. This person reminds me of Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. I'm so sorry, I'm showing my age. But yeah, this reminds me of Johnny Cage, you know, how he was kind of dapper a little bit, but he was also braggadocious. Like he was very, very sure of himself. That was his strength was definitely his weakness. How his confidence was definitely his weak point too. He was so arrogant that he didn't even realize that he had a weakness, which was his arrogance. Go figure, right? So we've got a very arrogant Pisces, or there's somebody that you're dealing with that is that you perceive to be pretty arrogant. They're pretty much a butthole. They don't really see the error in their ways, but they see the error in all your ways. Like they never let the opportunity to escape to insult you, but they like to be complimented. They like to be looked at in a higher light. And even if it's at your expense, like be mindful of somebody being like that to you, okay? Even if that is you, Pisces, are you being kind of like contrite? Are you being conceited a bit? Are you doing that fishbowl thing that Pisces are known to do where they like are inside their nice, fabulous temperature controlled water with their pretty rocks and their little castle inside their fishbowl, and everybody's outside breathing old dirty air and pollution? Are you that Pisces? Don't be that Pisces, okay? But yeah, so let's read you in because I like the star card. It's pretty. I like the star card. It's like almost indigenous and spiritual. So you're very tapped in. You're very intuitive, Pisces, especially if you're aqua a Pisces cusper. So that you're air and water also, you could do a lot of damage. And it could either be gentle or it could be like life altering. So when you get in your emotions, like you like to wreck stuff. You can wreck things, whether it's physical or mentally. Like you can do if you got some strong force within you. But if you're a regular, you're at LOL indefinitely not that Pisces. I don't know. I don't know. So just be mindful of somebody being arrogant because it doesn't have to be a Pisces. It could be you're the Pisces and someone just doesn't like your shine. They don't like how you come off. They think that you're a bit of a butthole, but you're not, or they're a bit of a butthole, but they have to make you seem like one so that it doesn't look like they are one. So they got you definitely like defending yourself, questioning yourself, always got you in a back and forth. And at some point, you're going to want to reach out and touch someone, but no, because they can't wait to call the police and tell everybody that you attacked them and gain sympathy and get a new girlfriend or maybe some coochie off of it. Like, she hit me. And then the girl, like, oh, you need some coochie to make you feel better. And he's like, yes, yet. Like, some of these people will kill off their own mom if they think they'll get them like 5 minutes of some rubber dub dub. So, yeah, you got to be mindful with these people. And it don't come off that way because they play it off on so many different things around you. They look and they see what distracts you most and they attach it to that, and you're none the wiser until shit hits the fan. So pay attention. Let's read star energy. You are giving main character energy, Pisces. You are the star of your life. And that is a great way to be. And also, just know that you are loved and you are beautiful. Open yourself to new hopes and possibilities for receiving the blessings sent by the universe and embrace success. Feeling renewed, being inspired. Yeah. And your name is Star Lover. See, that's what's up. So it all works out. I myself like the shapes of stars too. Not my favorite shape, but it's one of my up and running. Yep, feeling renewed, being inspired. Yes, this is you, Pisces. And then we've got the 18 of the moon. So you have major arcana. Navigate the change in life transitions gracefully instead of resisting it. An excellent opportunity is lying ahead to help you eliminate your highest path in Piscean energy. So, double Piscean energy, develop intuition, listening to your dreams. If you're having dreams, start writing them down. If your dreams are just your aspirations, your goals, things that you want to accomplish, write them down. You can get to it. And sometimes you can't get to it because you're still connected to people that you shouldn't be taking with you. um Sometimes it looks like old friendships, different co-workers, different dynamics, associates, even some of the people that you friend on Instagram, on YouTube, on your social medias. Sometimes you just can't have those peoples as your suggesteds or your common friends or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. You can't have them as your mutual friends. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, you gotta, some things are by being in conjunction with these people, by even being in proximity to these people, sometimes that can hold back a transition. Sometimes you gotta go through a breakup. Sometimes you gotta let some people go in your family, or stop talking to people, or change your number. It all depends on where you are and what you have to do or let go to go forward. So you can catapult yourself forward. Going forward, Pisces, just make the necessary movements, which brings us to this Five of Swords, which definitely means decisions and cutting offs. There is doubt about you being highly ambitious. What I just tell you, but remember not to hurt others just because you want to win. So don't be too cutthroat. Get your things done and get up out of there. Some people are going to be sensitive no matter what. You're going to be the villain in somebody's story. Somebody needs to blame something on you because they cannot blame it on themselves. They cannot self reflect. They don't want to admit that they are the reason why they are in a predicament. And sometimes the scapegoat is you. And sometimes you just know, all the time, you need to be okay with being the villain in somebody's story, especially when you're not the villain. That's the best time to be a villain in somebody's story, is when you're not the villain, because that person is projecting clearly. So yeah, you don't owe anybody the weight of all that. So definitely go forth, go forth, go forth. All right, so that was Pisces. Let's get over into Aries and let's go, because my end is Cancer, right? Cancer. I'm ending in Cancer. All right, so that Five of Swords was also Aquarius. So you had Aquarius on both ends and Pisces in the middle. Definitely heavy air, water, more air than water, but definitely a water pool. And that is okay. Oh boy, I hope that helps, Pisces. Your reading was pretty positive. It's just you might have to make a few adjustments to get to your ultimate goals. And that's what a lot of us have to do anyway. So it's like you're basically in the right you're basically on the right side of things. I think you're doing well. Aries season is going to be a wonderful season for a lot of us. Yeah, Aries is up next. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. I'm just making sure the cards are turned all the way in the right. So if anything should come upside down, it was done on purpose. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are my Capricorns? Happy birthday. We are just starting Aries, Aries 127. That is the time stamp. Let's go, Aries. I've been going into detail with mostly all my signs this morning, just to give some comfort where it's needed and to give some inspiration where it needs to be had, and to give a push to some people who actually need to self-reflect and see exactly where they fall in this wonderful, wonderful earth. Need to see themselves in relation to others. Some people are not able to self-reflect as easily when they keep having the distraction of other people. Some people need to go sit down, go in that corner and reflect. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's do Aries. What? That is funny. You think so? I don't think so. Be responsible, because That does cause fatty liver over time, and as we age and metabolize, that's something that we can't fight against. So just be mindful of the fatty liver disease. Look it up. It has a lot to do with alcohol consumption, and alcohol turns into sugar, and sugar definitely is with with diabetes. So it's in like your endocrine system. So just be mindful of the drinking. Have fun. Be responsible though. But I think Fago de Chow has some 0 calorie, like very low sugar drinks. So if you have like a Fago de Chow in your town, or you got a restaurant or somewhere, you can look up what goes into drinks and be aware of what's in it. Especially if you get grenadine, because grenadine has sugar and stuff in it and dye. So yeah, just be mindful of what you got going on. Hey, you're gonna party, party responsibly so you can live longer and party longer. Party harder too, sometimes, especially on vacation. That sounds good. That sounds really, really good. Yeah, I used to like do Johnny Walker Black when I really used to hang, like Johnny Walker Black, Cavassier, definitely the tequilas, all the top shelf tequilas, definitely the tequilas, peanut butter whiskeys. That is what I took to last year. Yeah, like different stuff for seasons, right? Be responsible though. That's all I'm asking. All right, so hmm. Aries, we've got the Five of Cups. Straight out the gate, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is reciprocation, equal giving, Nine of Cups. So starts off in a way, ends up in a nice. All right, so we've got the Hermit. So you're going to be off to yourself a lot more self-reflective in the beginning of the year. This is what I also said. I've been saying this for the last month or so about Aries. Aries is going to be self-cleaning. It's like you're going to be sitting doing the sounds pretty good. Got a good selection there. But yeah, there's like a self clean button you've kind of hit on yourself, like you've hit the reset button. Like I don't know if this is not if this for you or not. It's like you're like celibate, you're like not doing relationships, you're basically just working, eating and sleeping, working out, doing what's good for you. You're basically in self-love. This is also Virgo Hermit energy 9. This is at the bottom of the deck. This is in the cards. But definitely it's like you're sitting yourself off to the side. You're kind of reserving yourself. So maybe that's probably why you've taken to your palette of spirits, just to just test out a little testing there going on. So maybe that's what that looks like. I've known a few guys that just, when they go on their sovereign journey, they take up hobbies like cigar smoking. You're funny. They take up like cigar smoking, wine tasting. Some guys go to paints. Some guys take up different arts. Some like go as far as taking up dog training, or uh they take up guns. Some take up different stuff, bushcrafts, survival skills. I'm definitely into the survival skills and stuff. So, that's good things to do. Like take up a knitting class or a pottery class. Those are great things to do while you're setting yourself off. This is giving you a chance to not be relationship centered. You find out what your budget is for stuff. You find out what you don't like, what you do like by yourself, so that when somebody comes in your space, you can really tell if you're tolerating them or you kind of actually okay with them being there. Like, I think we could push to the side the actual part that makes us like say, "Oh, I want to hunch." And we could start being back to the like let's get back to the can I actually like breathe around you and you're not going to like turn around within 5 minutes and ask me, "Are you cool?" for no damn reason, just because you're like ready for me to go, and instead of you asking me that, you just ask, "Was I cool?" Or can we get back to the "Hey, you want to go hang out?" "Oh, no? All right. Talk to you later." And then like you don't see a whole story about it. telling a whole nother story later on in somebody's story, like a whole post or vlog about it. Like, can we get back to the normal stuff? Like, kinda. I know it's already been like blown out of the water by this internet stuff, but we can kind of keep some stuff. Like, I know I still have experiences that I don't post and I don't talk about. I don't know if that's likely for a lot of other people because now it just seems like it's just like eat, cheat, slip. Like, we're all self-imposed famous and it's not. Some of the stuff that we're getting attention for should have never been exposed. Honestly, a bit more decorum. So let's go, Aries. And Aries is like that. Aries is like that. We don't really like because I know I have a tad of Aries in my chart because when it's time to handle things, I am like the god of war. I'm like, all right, put on the armor, let's go. The foolishness has to stop. So yeah, when you get into your Aries energy, it's like you start taking sight of things and you're like, okay, that there, this there, because I can't walk through that. I can't walk through that. So yeah, Aries, your season is coming, and your season, um, it's going to be more opportunities for you to make more connections. Whether it be in love or not, we're not going to push that narrative. At least you just make a genuine connection. You're Irish and Aries. So you could do a fight club or no boxing, a boxing class. Irish and Aries, I think that's great. Potatoes, corned beef, cabbage, kilts, music, lots and lots of music. Ginger, love ginger. Oh gosh. Garlic, certain things. Ireland, green, the Celtics. There are a lot of great things about you, man. Hi, good morning. All right, 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Okay, Aries, let's read you out. Let's read you out. 5 of Cups. It's been cool talking to you guys today, but it's almost been for 2 hours. Have you noticed the time goes by when we are all having fun? Do not shut your eyes to new opportunities. It's time to forget the past and seize the opportunities to build a new future. Mars and Scorpio, letting go of trauma, learning optimism. That's good. So you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, and you're actually walking to your season where you're starting to get equal. I don't know where evil came from. Equal give and take. I just had to burp. That was just me. 6 of Pentacles. Mm. 6 of Pentacles. So that's good karma. Give love and respect to others. Be generous to everyone. Sharing eases the pain and doubles the joy. Moon and Taurus. Be generous, helping to others. All right. Do something charitable, even if it's just a like and subscribe. Do something charitable, something that gives your heart joy. Sometimes when we give, it is to improve someone else's life and to see a smile on someone else's face. But think of how good that makes you feel inside, and just keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody. I think somebody's already done that this year. They went out handing out, and I don't suggest this. Somebody was actually going around and handing out like knives and like knives, new knives, like big cutlery and alcohol to random people in the street. Like, lie to you not. I'm like, I came across it. It was wild. It was wild. So yeah, I think that's why I didn't answer. You're weird. You're weird. 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, that was weird. Why would you ask that? That is so weird. That is not the same page. I think you need to go on OnlyFans or something. I think that's where you should go to ask that question. Give love and respect to others. Yeah, that's the being generous and help to others. And then you got the 9 of Cups, and that sounds good. I like seeing the 9 of Cups in your read. Hopefully, it's a good thing for you. 9 of Cups can't be bad. Follow your intuition to unravel the best choices for you and reap satisfaction. Jupiter in Pisces, feeling satisfaction and gaining recognition. Yes, shout out to you and good morning. Good morning. So, Vlad, definitely. Yeah. So maybe you go to the bar and you buy some poor cat a drink that probably, make sure that they're not at the drink limit. But yeah, you just offer to buy somebody a beer and you just go relocate or leave the bar. Or just pay it forward to some coffee or something when you go to the barista or whatever. But yeah, everything looks good for you. Keep your karma going straight. Try not to do too much dirt or gain any more karmic debt than you already had, and let those things go. It looks like you're gonna have a pretty much good year. You only had you had the 5 and the 6 and the 9. The 5 and the 6, that's 11 plus 9, that's 20, that's 2. So definitely you're coming back to balance with yourself. You are returning back to you. Congratulations, Aries. You are finally returning back to you. Your birthday, your birth month, your solar return actually should go a lot better this year, because you'll actually have an opportunity to get ahead and have the things you want and push away the things you don't want. So hopefully you got some travel planned, some tickets, maybe a vacation, a holiday. Yeah, even if it's to the next city or something. Do that. Take a holiday for yourself. All right. Congratulations to Aries coming through, because I know it's probably been a season for you, whatever. Especially since you like to take charge, and some people don't like to be told what to do, even though they don't know what to do. I'll never understand. Some people don't understand that they were naturally born Indians, they were not born chiefs. And that's no pun intended. And hopefully, I don't offend anyone. Yeah. I do have some Indian heritage. I think it's Choctaw, something like that. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go after Aries. Hey, after Aries, let's get into it. Let's get into it, because we've got Taurus, and then we've got Gemini, and then we've got Cancer, and then I'm out. What time is it? I didn't look at the time. Oh, it's 5:14. So I'll be out in a minute. All right, so let's go, Taurus. Let's go. Let's go, Taurus. Let's go. Sounds like court and something else. 6 of Wands at the bottom. Looks like a nice celebration. Look like wrapping up things. It looks good. Looks good to me. That's good. All right. See how I threw that one out there? I didn't mean to. 2 of Pentacles, evening out some things. Then we've got the Star for Taurus. Then we've got the 4 of Cups. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, 2 of Pentacles. We're going to read you right on it out, because this seems like it's simple. It seems simple. The 2 of Pentacles, strengthen your mind, body, and connection. Set your priorities. You need a juggler-like focus to accomplish your targets. Do not commit for what you cannot do. So do not overextend yourself, Taurus. Don't write a check that you cannot cash. Do not tell people that you can get things done and you cannot. This is Capricorn energy, Jupiter energy, definitely. Yeah, find stability and go with the flow. Get in where you fit in. All right, Taurus. And then we've got the 17. That's the star. That is 8 plus 2. That is, because that was a 17. That's 10. So you're getting to your wish fulfillment. You're almost there. So this is the star energy again for you. And this is with the 2 of Pentacles. Or you're learning to go with the ebb and flow of life. So the star means for you opening yourself to new hopes and possibilities. So you might find yourself taking on a new position, a new goal, a new perspective, and that looks good for you because it's Aquarian energy. It's fresh air, renewed, rejuvenation. So you should be feeling a bit rejuvenated as you go forward and even out and balance out the scales of your life. Then you have the 4 of Cups. 4 deals with your root chakra, your house, your foundation, things of that nature. Things that bring you stability, especially mental clarity. The 4 of Cups. Let's see what those cups have in store for you. The 4 of Cups. Move past your ego to seize opportunities and renounce the situations that are holding you back. Moon and Cancer. So there's Cancerian energy, overcoming apathy and reevaluating the situation. So you might need to just reevaluate people, places, and things that you are connected to, and release your ego when making these decisions, as this might be the best motion going forward, because you have a lot of opportunities. You have the potential to be great if only you knew it. All right, let's get it done. All right, Taurus. So you have the opportunity to do it. Let go of your ego and let things ebb and flow. Get in where you fit in and just be mindful of yourself and be aware as you go in and out of these relationships. They're changing as you get older. You will see things change a lot, and you have to be open and accepting to these changes. All right. So now we've got Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Let's get in here real quick. Let's get you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. All right. I said Gemini so much today, I don't realize that I have not did Gemini at all. Gemini, King of Pentacles, looking great, looking bright, heavy burdens, 10 of Wands. Then we've got this next Chariot, fast forward, moving, King of Pentacles. Let's see what you got going on. You've got great balance going on, King of Pentacles for the Gemini. Let's see. All right. The King of Pentacles for Gemini family is everything for you. You ensure to create a flourishing and well-lit kingdom for them. Encourage them to grow and prosper. I've got Earth and Air. Yes. Success in business, sticking to principles. Definitely stand 10 toes down for your family. You put on for your city, on for your city. Sometimes it get heavy, but you don't take pity. Come on. Oh, come on. You pay on for your city, but you don't take pity. And you know what you got, and it ain't even easy. Come on. You put on. So it's the Chariot going, and it's fast moving for you. This is great energy. I don't even got to read the book. You all right. It gets heavy at times, but you got it. Stay 10 toes down, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Baby, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. So now we're gonna get into the Cancer, which is our last wonderful and precious crybaby bully here. The crybaby bully. Are you okay, Annie? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? I don't know why I wanted to say that. All right, Cancer, let's come on, take a seat. Don't knock nothing over because you feeling some kind of way. You always want to knock something over. You know, you're kind of rude. All right, Cancer, let's go. 3 of Cups. So there's a celebration either in lieu of you or despite you. So there's a celebration. Is there? Do I hear a ding dong? The witch is dead. Witch, oh witch. The wicked witch. Ding dong. The wicked witch is dead. I don't know if it's masculine or feminine, but it's somebody here. There's a wizard behind the curtain, and the wizard isn't who you think it is. Dang, that dog bit him. That dog. It's a dog. It's a dog. 7 of Wands. Okay, you got boundaries. There are opportunities in the air. You do not know which one because they're not grounded. 8 of Wands. So maybe they're not opportunities. Maybe there are situations and not opportunities. They're everywhere. And then there's justice. Divine justice came in at the end. That is a Libran energy. This is the 8 of Wands that I saw. This is the 7 of Wands, Leo energy. This is a Cancer reading. So you've got Leo, Sagittarian, and Libra. There is fire and air. So this is hot. This is hot. Coming in hot, hot. Like hot mail. Hot mail. Anyway, so yeah, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Justice. 7 of Wands, let's get them done because I'm almost done and my phone's about to die. All right, embrace challenges with confidence. Do not doubt yourself. It is the moment to launch yourself. Mars, Leo, standing up for your rights, being assertive. So whatever's happening, you have to stand your boundaries. You have to stand up for yourself and you need to speak the truth. You need to do what you have to do to make sure you're protected and your family is okay. So now we've got the 8 of Wands. We're going to move on to it. And important news is just around the corner for you. Prepare yourself for a quick yet positive change in your life. Mercury and Sagittarius make quick decisions, spur to action. So something is pushing you to make some more decisions. You have to make them fast because your life is passing you by. And there are some results that you're waiting for. You're just waiting for positive results. You're waiting for something. I don't know what the positive results mean. But this says 8 of Wands, and important news is just around you, around the corner. Prepare yourself for a quick yet positive change in your life. Mercury and Sagittarius, making quick decisions, spiritual action. So you're pushed to take action in your life, and this is quick justice. So if you're seeking justice in order to protect yourself and set your boundaries, I don't know if you need to do a restraining order. You need to file papers in court. You need to do child support, job related, work related. You need a lawyer. You need something. It's something about contracts and something with justice. Oh, I feel something in my stomach. Oh, this doesn't feel great. Justice. Excuse me, karma. Well, that isn't my energy. This is somebody's. Okay, so it's 11 justice. That's Libran energy, and let's read the book for it. Oh, okay. So, yep, it's trying to go. Okay, finding balance, dealing with karma, uncovering corruption, dealing with deceit and dishonesty. Yeah, so you're getting justice for all of this, all of these horrible deeds. Finding balance, dealing with karma. Yeah, take responsibility for your own actions, but also while you're doing justice, remember to take accountability for your part in the situation. Okay, so I hope this gets you well. um Much love to you. Remember, don't send for me because somebody's spinning you. Bye bye.